Good morning! Welcome to Natasha Makes. Only it's not me making today. No, it's Wednesday, which means that our Stitchy Witch is in. Yes, indeedy, Jane Alcock is here. Hello, Jane.
Morning.
Morning, the voice from above. Not above, from the side. From the side, really. Are we at the stage where we can actually be next to each other yet?
I think we probably could.
Could we? We've just got used to being you there, me here.
Yeah.
Voices off. So yeah, Jane's here. She is going to do block number 4, which is, if I'm not mistaken, hands and everything else. It's this. It's with the cornerstones?
Yes.
With the cornerstones. Think. That is what we're making there. Oh yes. Yes. Very exciting. So have you got your instructions? Some of you have bought ahead of time. Making along at the same time.
Let's do it together.
Oh, yes. We have been up at the warehouse this morning, unpacking, sorting, organising. Emily wants a clipboard. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Keep everybody in order.
Captain Small has been organising. Yep. So that, it's all happening. So once again, thank you so much for bearing with us while there is a slight delay in getting your orders out, but it's just because we need to find the stuff first. Anyway, but it is actually, Jane, you did a cracking job putting everything on the shelves and making it all beautiful, colour coded,
it's in my element, wasn't
by
I?
designer. I know. I said to your husband, she's a good, and he's like, she's in her element, That's
like a bit of OCD, colour coordinated, order by number.
Works for me.
Yes.
Works for me. People say OCD like it's a problem.
No.
Nope. Nope. So I was slightly organised. I know, right? And so yesterday morning, cut all the half metre heavens so that they are ready to go. And they're beautiful.
They are. Yeah.
I mean, even if I do say so myself, I feel I have excelled myself this week. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, of course you are.
They're gorgeous.
Why not?
Gorgeous. And so, let's see where our video is this morning. And then I can say hello to everyone, because it feels rude otherwise. Don't like to be rude. Good morning, Heather. Good morning. She says, good morning, Natasha, Jane and team. Good morning, Bridget. Good morning. And Jan. Good morning. And Sean. Good morning. Oh, you know who we have to say get well soon to? Jan Hill.
Yes. I heard that she was poorly.
Yeah, I heard she's poorly. I don't know what's wrong, but I just heard that she was poorly. So get well, Jan, if you're watching. I hope you feel better soon. So yes, how do I do this? That's it. I've got the volume down, so I don't have to listen to myself. Oh, good morning, Helen. Thanks for your email yesterday, much appreciated. We'll sort that, no problems at all. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Grace. Morning, Yvonne. Yes, there we go. And Kathy's watching as well. Oh, lovely. And Jill. Good morning. Good morning. So. Would you like to see said half metre heavens?
Yeah, go on, spoiler.
So for those of you that are watching possibly for the first time, because that happens, that happens. Probably scared after yesterday's show. I've got heels on today, can you tell? My head's nearly at the top of the camera. Maybe I should take them off. I don't normally wear heels. I'm tall enough already. I'll just crouch. I'll get a bit of thigh burn in a minute and I'll have to stand up
again. You'll be like,
especially after all that humping of boxes everywhere. Right, this is backed by popular demand. When I've had this, it's flown and I can't always get it, but I did spy a little bit left on a bolt at my supplier. So I was like, yep, mine, I'll have that. Thank you very much. It is that stunning, almost kaleidoscopic butterfly print.
That's lovely,
Isn't it gorgeous? Just a bit gorgeous. And because of the jewel-like colours and the jewel-like nature of it, I mean, yeah,
that's nice.
Just makes all of these little bits pop. It's called,
Is it papillon or something?
No, Jane, you can try this one. Lepidoptera.
Oh right. Say it quickly and nobody.
I can't say it quickly, to be fair. Can't even. It's one of those things, isn't it? You only know the stuff that you know.
Yes, this is true.
It's like yesterday when we were talking about kilts. I wasn't meaning to be disrespectful to anyone Scottish. I genuinely don't know if it's just a ceremonial thing or if it's, because I've been. No. It's the only way you find out, isn't it? It's to ask. Right, okay, so that, I've only got 3 of those. I mean, literally there was just 1.5 meters on a bolt, and I went, yes, please, thank you, that is mine. Put it in that box and send it to me. Oh, now.
That is really pretty.
But do you know who it is?
Through. No.
Do you know who it is?
No, who is
Come
it?
on, let's have a guess. SJ. SJ's in the building. Good morning, SJ.
Morning.
Come on.
Yeah, giving it away.
Cheat.
I can't even read
You can't read it now. I've turned it over so you can't cheat. Come on, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Let's play the guess the designer. It's very early. It's very, not early in the day. It's very early design for them. Come on, who is it? Who is it?
It's not Cave.
It's Cave.
Is it?
It's very vintage Cave.
Wow.
Yes, I know, right? And this is so vintage that this is actually when he was with Westminster Fibres and not with Free Spirit.
Wow.
So yeah. I suppose that's like,
So pretty.
it's really pretty. And do you know what?
That doesn't mean to be rude there, Cave. Sorry, but yours is usually more dynamic, isn't it?
It's a very different style. I think
Yeah,
this
quite
is
vintagey.
quite reminiscent of when he looks back at antique prints and things like that, the big, bold, large roses
Yes,
that
yeah.
drew him into quilting in the first place. I think that's possibly where it's harking back. I'll ask him. We'll find out.
Lovely.
But look at the leaves and how beautiful they are with all of the blues into the greens and everything else. So, yep.
Oh, nice. And that really sets the pinks off too.
It's got all of the leaf colours in. All of them. It was too easy to just go purple,
Yeah. But
Just
that
too
really
easy.
pops those pink roses.
doesn't it? Doesn't it?
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yes, ladies and gents, I give you vintage Cafe. That's a bit special. So hard to get hold of.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've got it in one other colourway,
Ooh.
which, you know, I might share with you at some point. If you're lucky, if you're good, if you behave. Well, I mean, even if you don't behave, to be fair. We're not known to behave regularly, are we? Right, let's have a look here. This is Cafe again. This is Lake Blossom. We haven't had this one in for a very, very, very long time. SJ's like, or ever.
That's pretty.
Mm-hmm. With peacock. Boom!
Nice,
There
look
it
at
is.
That.
Yep.
It's almost iridescent.
I know! How beautiful is that?
That would make a gorgeous clutch bag,
Yep.
wouldn't it?
Yep.
Nice.
It would
Yeah,
make.
so
Do
you
you know
should
what
do
else
this,
it would
Jay.
make? And this is what we're going to do on a show because we are also due another orphan block challenge.
Yeah.
And the next one is a piped edge with a zip. Piped edge, plain cushion.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah. You know it's right. So, because I know that you are going to... Oh, morning, Myra. Because I know that you're going to love this,
Mm-hmm.
I've done my thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've done my thing where I've gone... I wanted to get the same colour tone and quality here, which I feel I've done.
Yeah. I think you've got that
Yeah.
spot on, Mrs.
Thanks.
McCarthy.
Thank you very much. You know, I try. I'll give
You
it a go.
think You know what you're doing.
Well, I mean, I just don't know if people want to think that. That's great. But I'm not admitting to it. Oh, no, no, no. So, yeah, that is your option for that. Love it, VV much, is all I'm going to say on that one. It's a bit gorgeous. It just, I mean, I'm going to do a little close up here because I really want you to see. Yeah, that peacock.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right, should we see what else we've got? Because I'm very aware that Jane is champing at the bit. Oh, now, sticking with Cave, Facet Collective this time.
Yeah.
So that means that we bring in a bit of Philip Jacobs.
Is that a bit of rose and hydrangea?
It is a little bit of rose and hydrangea. And you know how Cave does the colour work?
Mm.
So it pops.
Certainly does. That is so rich. Nice bit of lime in there.
Yeah, right. Right.
Juicy.
Right. And just see suddenly how the hydrangeas go kapow. I just love this. Absolutely adore it. And, you know, I hope you do too. But you know what I'm like? I buy what I love so that if it doesn't worry me. I'm like, thank you very much. I'll just keep that and make something beautiful out of it instead. That's fine. Oh, now, here's a thing. This is one of my favourite ever Tim Holt prints.
I like that one. I love the colours in there.
Do you know, I was just going to say to you, can you pass me that bag? But of course, it's gone to the warehouse. I did a gorgeous clutch bag in this with one of Lisa Chandler's designs, and I absolutely adore this because normally Tim Holtz is very, he's shabby chic but kind of browns,
muted, isn't it?
Yeah. So when he brought in this colour, and it's got all the colour.
It's all like petrol on water, isn't it?
It is. It's really beautiful. So here's the thing, right? Because I've gone that with it, which suddenly picks out these little bits. There were so many colours that I could have picked, but, here's the thing, because the next one, which is Sea Urchin, and this is a Philip Jacobs for the K Facet Collective, it just struck me, bear with.
You've been having really good fun with these fabrics, haven't you?
Bit, yeah. That
would
actually,
be gorgeous.
if you wanted, mix and match your designers, play with it, because actually to have the almost geometric Sea Urchin, Orby, whatever this is going on here, but pulling out these purple and blue tones through here, I really love. So what I made sure that I did, I mean, you might be sitting at home going, I'd never put the two fabrics together. What are you talking about? But it would be interesting.
You could make a really nice disappearing line patch with that,
Of
using
course
the
you could.
Urchins as the main square and the Tim Holtz as
Yeah.
the framing ones, and then the
Just
colours
so
as the little
beautiful.
squares.
But you see, look, because that then it was very tempting to put purple with that because it would have been fine.
Yes, it
It would have been lovely, right? But actually, we put that on, it brings something different to the party. And so what I made sure, again, that these colour values are equal. You know, there's not one that's glaringly brighter or whatever than the other, which means that if you did want to, it's just making the most of that stash, isn't it? It's just making sure that you've got usability within your stash, or you might just stroke it, and that's fine too. I do realise, and there is no shame in this, that buying fabric and actually using it are two very different hobbies,
Absolutely, yeah.
and we're fine with either.
Yeah. Nobody says you have to make anything with it.
I know, right? Just insulate your house, it's fine, and stroke it a bit. If it brings you joy, who cares? Nobody else's business. Right.
Oh, that's a bit spectacular.
I know. Who do we think it is? Guess the designer. Guess the designer. Guess the designer. Come on, Jane.
Is that Keith again?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Guess the designer. Oh, I like this game. Guess the designer.
Is it Anna Marie Horner?
I was going to say that.
It's the sort of thing Anna Marie.
On that one too.
Yeah, she's gone quiet, hasn't she?
What was that?
Anna Marie Horner?
Nope.
No.
Come on, Jane.
Tula?
You share a name.
Oh.
Jane who? Friends with Keith.
Oh, we're doing really bad at this game.
Yeah,
You
we're not
two
very
are
good, are we?
rubbish.
Just failed.
Rubbish at this.
Failed completely.
Have we taught you nothing? Come on.
Listen,
No, but I'm looking at all this. Nobody else is guessing too. Come on. What is it? Who is it? Oh, all right, I'll tell you.
You tell me.
It's Jane Sassaman.
Of course it is.
Oh, now the name.
Yeah. Beautiful. And again, a designer that is so hard to get hold of in this country. She's not very well known here. You can't get a lot. Because I was talking to my distributor about it. I was like, how much Jane Sassaman do you have? She said, there's just not a lot of demand for it in the UK. I'm like, why is there not? What's wrong with
colours in
everybody?
that, that's
Aren't they
beautiful.
gorgeous? It's an orchid. It's an orchid design. I just think beautiful. Oh, so I put it with red. Right, there you go.
But you could have so much fun with all those colours in
Couldn't
there.
you?
The
Couldn't you?
lime green
I
and that
wanted
lovely
lime. No, well, I
blue.
tried lime, but it wasn't quite.
No,
Almost.
No, the
Actually,
red's-
under the camera, it doesn't look too bad. You could always grab yourself a half metre of lime to go with that, actually. But
Yeah, the red's good.
the red was, yeah. And I thought sometimes, do you know what? You just got to go with what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Jane Sassaman, thank you very much. Yes, we'll have a bit of that. Lovely. And ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
I know. Isn't that beautiful? It is Moda. It is Minnick and Simpson. It's just a classic, isn't it? Absolute classic. If you are someone, Rachel, I don't know why I'm thinking about you, that loves red.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's so pretty.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, do you know what? Maybe I did decide that
Yes.
that the old line worked with Jane Sassaman, because I think I did put it with it in the end. I did
Oh,
decide
right,
it was
you
close
did
enough.
spoil
No, I
it.
did.
Yeah.
I did. It was another green. I wanted to try and find that green and I couldn't. That was it. It was early when I did it, but yeah. So I'm glad that actually Under the Lights looks all right. Yeah. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It's lovely.
And then last one for this morning. I say this morning, obviously these go live at midnight tonight. You know the drill, www.natashamix.com, and they will be there under our half meter heavens. Do go and have a rummage through though. We've been surprised at the odd one or two of the odd half meter heaven that we've had knocking about.
Yes, because we've been boxing it up.
Yeah.
And
You go,
and I was
oh
like,
gosh,
"Ooh,
have we got one of these left?
there's an odd one here and there's an odd one there.
We do need to double check that against stock, because I can't see why we've got like the odd one just left
yeah.
here and there.
I
So
don't
it might be worth having a little rummage, because we'll load any that are just the odd one. That's easy to do. And we'll see. So yeah, rummage, you might find yourself a bit of a bargain. So this, we had this Sanctuary, isn't it? Again, Moda.
It's beautiful.
And we had this. This is Ralph Waldo Emerson. Gosh,
That's a name, isn't
what
it?
a name. I mean, you couldn't go into IT with a name like that. Could you imagine? you had to do something creative with a name like that.
absolutely.
Hello, my name's Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
It's very stately, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to be tossing fries behind a, with a name like that. Well, you might be. Look at me making sweeping generalisations and offending the nation. Sorry. I find names really intriguing.
Yes.
Because
would like
you
to-
grow into a name?
Do you reckon
Having-
any of these designers have just made up their names?
I don't know. As someone that changed their name at the age of 16, I do find names very, very interesting, and how they make you feel.
Yes.
Because I hated my old name, really, and that really upsets my mum, because she really liked it, obviously, because she chose it, but just didn't like it, so I changed it. And but it means that anyone that knew me before the age of 16 still calls me by that name. It dates people for me.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, that's how I know you. I've known you since then. Yeah. Natasha is actually my name as well, but my mum and dad just used to call me by my middle name before people go, what? Oh, hang on, have we got someone feeling poorly this morning? Hello, Carol. I hope you're feeling well. Oh, hang on. Oh, chemo. Oh.
Yeah, that knocks you off your feet.
It does, doesn't it? It does
Yeah.
rather. Well, we're sending you love, because, you got this. Yes. Who else have we got? Morning, Naomi. Have you got a day off? And session 6 of 6. Need to know that it's worked after today. I bet you do, Carol. Well, we are all thinking of you and sending you lots and lots of love. For sure. Can't watch on live stream. What's going on? Oh, right. I am. Oh, morning, Elizabeth. She's joined us, and Fiona as well. Good morning. And never heard of her. Tell me more about Jane. Myra, I am going to do a bit more research on her, because,
She's worked with Cave.
well, they know each other. Because I was
Yeah.
talking to, I was talking to Brandon about it the other day, and I was like, and he said, "Oh no, we love Jane Sassaman stuff. Absolutely." So
you can see the inspiration, if nothing else, can't you?
you really can. So I'm going to do that, and I shall do some research, Myra, and I will come back. In fact, what if we could interview her?
That's worth a know. Yeah.
Ooh, I've no idea.
There's your challenge.
I'm not making any promises. Oh, do you know what else I found actually? And I'll get these loaded today. A whole load more of the flatter things.
Oh, fabulous.
There's a whole box arrived. For those of you that are wondering what these are, if you've got the big flatter sprays, I think Gemma's already nicked one. Borrowed. purloined one. Got one. You just pop it on there, on your ironing board.
Ah, fabulous. Just what you
They
need.
sold out in seconds last time. They
They're
absolutely
really
did.
handy. They're
So,
really good strong clip.
SJ, if you could just give Gemma a quick text and ask her to just load, have a count and a load, that
Get
would
two,
be...
and you can put your can of pop on the other side of you while you're sewing.
Can of pop?
I saw them at
Gin?
the garden centre with glasses in on the side of
Gin?
patio tables.
Glass of pop. Come on,
Say
Jane,
it.
come and do your thing. Oh, I need to unplug myself. I'm just going to sit over here because SJ's in my seat.
And you'll see.
It's all right, don't worry. If I fall off, it's because I've got a wobbly leg on this chair.
Oh, the chair leg's wobbly, not yours.
I'm on the sinks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are
you're-
on the
you're-
magic sinking, so don't think that you've
Yeah,
eaten
cold
too much
tea.
or anything. Oh, cold tea, yeah, thanks. That'll do, that'll do. Thanks a lot.
Oh,
Hi,
good
Jane.
morning, everybody. How are you? Right, are we ready for block 4? Have we got to block 4 already? We're nearly halfway through.
I don't know what's going on.
September and nobody told us.
Bit of a shocker, isn't it?
What's this pen? Is this a good... Yeah, this is a pink one. That'll work. Right. I've got all my squares cut and my rectangles ready to go. So we'll work our way through it, shall we? It's all half square triangles again. We've got a little pinwheel in the middle. Pinwheel. And then half square triangles in the corners and then rectangles there. So not a complicated one. It's a good practice for your pinwheels and your half square triangles if you're new to it. If you're not new to it, you'll whiz through this one, I think. So the smaller squares, I'm going to mark the diagonal. We have the 5 colourways. For those of you that are just joining us and don't know what I'm talking about, we're working our way through the block of the month. We've got it in 5 colourways. We've got blue, teal, purple, reddy, pinky colour that matches. It's not the same colour, but it matches the similar colours to the one in the background. And then we've got one that I call zesty, that's lemons and oranges and a little splash of green in it. So marking the diagonals on the lighter colour of the small squares and then placing those right sides together with the dark colour. Fabric G and Fabric B, for those of you that know your letters. We're going to do 1/4 inch seam either side of the marked line, and we can do that chain piece, so we can do both of them together.
Beautiful. Oh, we have to say congratulations to Geraldine on finally becoming... Geraldine, are you a nana, a grandma, a granny? What?
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, baby Joe, she can announce to everyone now. She has on here. I've seen a photo and he looks just perfect. Just
Aw.
perfect. And good morning, Lo. Yeah, she's popped up. We said gin.
Hi, Lo.
That was all that was needed. The G word. And there she was.
I think
Magically
we've got,
appeared.
Bobbin Issue.
Oh, no.
It's only because it's...
Has it run out?
No, it's full. I checked it this morning, but
Oh,
I checked
did
it,
you?
put it back in, and of course forgot that on this machine you have to bring the thread up, don't you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, Geraldine, we've missed you too. Good morning, good morning. Carol says, wow, another beautiful block, Jane, as usual.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful half meter heavens as well. Well, you know, we try. It's all good. Oh, and Whisper the Labrador's watching.
Oh, hi,
I mean, you know,
Whisper.
I
Is he a chocolate Labrador
I
by
don't
any
know.
chance?
Hang on, I don't
Being
know.
called Whisper.
It looks like he might be.
Oh.
Oh, Geraldine's a nanny, and she's loving nanny duties. See, was your mum a nanny?
No, she's a gran.
Yeah. So, but it's so my grandma was grandma, and so my mum is grandma because she
Yeah.
wanted to be a grandma. I don't know if it's sort of
My mum's mum was Nana,
yeah.
and my dad's mum was Grandma.
Right.
But when we had Isaac, she was definitely a granny, but she's called Gran.
Yeah.
They all,
It's funny,
they all
isn't
call it. They all call her Gran. All 4 of them.
Oh,
Lizzie's boys call her Granny Flowers,
Granny.
and she doesn't know
Flowers.
why she's called Granny Flowers, and they don't know why they called her Granny Flowers, but she is Granny Flowers.
So my dad, my kid's called Barry. I mean, it is his name.
yes,
But my mum's always, she's like, well, what if people think that he's not their actual granddad? And I was like, they only need to see them together to know that, you know,
won't they?
it's all good.
I've done something with this bobbin.
Do you want me to put it in? But yeah, so he started off being, because he was going to be Grandad Barry,
Yeah.
and then we've got Grandad Brian, all the bees, and then it just sort of became Granbury, and then it just came Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it just is a thing now. Oh, Elizabeth's glad to be in the company of a lab. You do love your dogs, don't you? Maybe you could get what are they called? Dogs for good.
Assistant dog.
Assistance dog. Yeah, Elizabeth, it could put your washing on and stuff.
Yeah, they load the washing machine.
Yeah,
They load the washing
they're
machine.
amazing. They get trained down near Banbury. Absolutely incredible dogs. Or, you know, they'll pick your phone up or do whatever they need. It is amazing. It's really amazing. That's what I think. Yeah, you see, this is it, because Elizabeth was late again. She forgot she was watching puppy dogs. Pop a little alarm on your phone, Elizabeth. Are you having troubles there, Jane?
No, Rob will hear. We'll
Do you want
work
me to
this
have a
out.
little...
No, it's fine. It's my fault because I just managed to catch that into there. If anybody's watching me, this is not how you do it.
But it is sometimes how it happens, as we have found out.
Let's go again. There we go.
Yeah, my in-laws, Glam Pam often does respite work for the dogs that they've got for good for training. They have them for
brilliant.
training. Yeah.
Right,
what are
so
you
we're going to
doing?
cut these in half along the diagonal line that I drew. I'll just put the iron on. There we go.
Oh, Karen's fallen down cleaning. You see, you don't want to clean. That's where you went wrong.
Yeah,
It's dangerous.
best to be avoided.
She says, don't think I can sew today, as I fell down the last few stairs cleaning yesterday and the pedal foot is swollen.
Coccyx, isn't it, when you fall down the stairs?
I don't know, it seems to be her pedal foot that's the issue.
Ooh.
Karen, what about, and I'm just throwing it out there, have you got a start-stop button if you take your foot pedal off? Have you got one of those on your machine? Because I often take the foot pedal off, especially if Captain Small is bimbling about the place, because she thinks it's hilarious to just slam her foot down
on
the
it while
pedal.
you're busy with your fingers underneath the needle.
I think that's the first time you've ever heard me shout at her, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Shouted so loud, even I went, oh. stood to attention.
Yeah, I know, I was in fear of my fingers.
The shock of it, though, isn't it, more than anything?
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, no, she did. She proper slammed her foot down and then thought it was hilarious.
Well, it gets a reaction, doesn't it? And
It
when you're
certainly
two,
got a
anything that gets a reaction is funny. Right, we're going to make these into the pinwheels, but what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to trim the ears off, because they're quite tiny, these little squares. So the less bulk we've got on them, the better, really.
Fabulous.
Just to get those off. Yeah, we've certainly been sleeping well. I don't know about you, but we've been
Do you know, proper
doing
good
some
work, wasn't
proper
it?
heavy manual labour this week, haven't we?
Well, you know, I like to think that our work here is diverse.
Yeah. It's been really good fun, actually. It's been really good
It's the
fun.
what, SJ?
We will have to have multiple skill sets.
We do have to have multiple skill sets. I just don't want anyone getting bored,
No.
you know, doing the same old thing day in, day out.
No.
Never need that.
Nothing like that
No.
ever happens here.
No, not a thing.
Right, so
Not
we're
a
going to
thing.
sew these into pairs.
Nice.
And I think the best thing to say to you is to just put them out into the pinwheel formation before you start sewing them, so that you know how you're going to sew them together.
Beautiful.
And because we pressed them to the dark side, when we put these pairs together, the seams will lock. So again, that will help you get your points matching beautifully.
So Gemma has taken it upon herself as, I'm going to call it CPD. Hang on, is that where you get bad lungs? continued personal development. No, it's CPD. Yep.
COPD is
COPD.
is the
I was like, hang on, I'm
chronic,
pretty sure I had a horse once that had something that sounded a bit like CPD.
Obstructive pulmonary disorder. Yeah. That's not Gemma.
No, Gemma hasn't got that. She has decided. I'm easily confused this morning.
I think we're all a little bit, aren't we, this morning?
Lack of sleep
like...
and overexcitement. SJ's just like, what's happening? The world has gone crazy. Just try and keep up. That's all. Good luck with that. So she's doing the blocks.
Yes.
And
she's pattern testing for me.
Well, and it works beautifully because for her, she gets to increase her skills.
Yeah.
Not that she actually needs them, but she thinks she does.
She thinks she does, but she doesn't. She's brilliant.
We've all been in that position, haven't we, where we don't have that confidence, and actually she's perfectly good at doing all these things. And she took one look at this and went, I don't know if I can do pinwheels. That was her. Oh, crikey, Jane, what are you doing? It's a pinwheel.
She's looking forward to next month because it's semicircles. And she was like, it's circular.
What's going on?
Fine. Just templates as well, Jen. Sorry.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
Do we need to whack out the old template plastic again?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Go on then.
Right. So we've done the two together, two triangles together in pairs, and now we're going to join those together to make the pinwheel. You can see that overlap there is my seam allowance. I've pressed them to the darker fabric, so again, when I put them together, I can lock the seam in. And we will get a nice point. So all the points joining together.
Julia's just saying to Karen that she did that. It didn't go well. I'm not sure she meant she fell down the stairs or that she tried cleaning. I'm not quite sure which didn't go well. I'm not.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know. And good morning, Laurie. She says, morning, girls. Would have thought you'd have been a bit tired from all your hard work at the new premises.
Well, we are a bit. We're not going to lie. Well, I am. I'm older. It's my excuse.
And I've had coffee, so we're all good.
I'm going to do my little twiddle here.
Oh, of course you are.
Shall I go close up onto the
close up twiddle?
Close up.
Go for it, Jane.
So I'm unpicking the two stitches that go up to that seam line that goes across. So where we sewed the two half square triangles together on both sides, just unpick those couple of stitches. There might be two, there might only be one. And then when we open that out, because you've got quite a lot of bulk there, we can tip one up and one down, and when I'll press that at the ironing board, and you can see then that you've got it's flatter. You'll be able to feel that goes flatter. I'll just give it a press and then I'll take it back close up again so that we can see it properly.
Yeah. Apparently John's loving how jolly we all sound again today.
Yeah, it's hysteria.
I mean,
I go close up then and then we can see that.
We can't lie about that, can we?
Well,
I think we were slightly more hysterical yesterday.
Yes, I think we were.
Not necessarily in a funny way.
It's a combination of tiredness but excitement, and actually it's quite a nice feeling.
Yeah.
There's a feeling of anticipation, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is like the next step.
Yeah.
And I don't know about anybody else, but I feel quite excited about it.
No, me too.
Right, so there we go. We've got the pinwheel. That's the centre part.
Now Lorraine wants to know whether or not I would recommend iron. So
I would.
Do you know what?
I love it.
Yeah. So after the magic exploding iron that just overheated, burnt everything.
Yeah.
Just burnt everything. It terrified me, and that was the moment where I went, I need a warehouse. I can't have this here. I can't.
Because
I can't.
We've got precious things here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the turning point for me. Was like, right, no, warehouse is needed. And Gemma tells me off for calling it a warehouse. She's like, do people know that it's offices, it's the studio, it's everything.
The new HQ.
Yeah, she's like, NMHQ.
Yeah, that's what we're all calling it, NMHQ.
What's the place that's all letters down near Bude? Where it's and it's military. It's got all the satellites and stuff.
Oh, I don't
That's
know.
what it reminds me of, GH or...
GHQ. GHQ, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
don't know. But that's what it makes me think of, just
We're
lots
all
of letters.
MI5 agents
Yeah.
now.
Would be rubbish. Would be absolutely
Can't
rubbish.
keep a secret
We
to
can't
save
keep
my
any
life.
secrets.
Everybody knows everything about me. Can't keep a secret.
We'd have to claim it was a double bluff.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jane?
Doing the larger squares now into
Oh,
half
good.
square triangles for the corners. So we'll get all the half square triangles out of the
But
way.
my other point was, Lorraine, that whilst I absolutely adore this iron, I also wouldn't be without my Prim mini iron.
Oh,
Sometimes you just need that small iron. So for me,
I think your prims
greedy.
are brilliant as well, because if you're, now we're all back together doing workshops, they're great for taking to your
Oh, yeah.
workshop with you.
Of course. Of course, of course. And actually, this iron did not break the bank, and I have bought another one for the new place, along with all of our new furniture for the studio, because that's next to go across.
Yeah,
We've got new furniture for the studio, because this needs to stay here so that I can prep stuff here.
you're loving it, aren't you? Because it's your second favourite hobby after making things is buying stuff.
I know, I'm so good at it.
Yeah, she
I'm
is.
so good at it. Who knew? Like when you do,
I need some more shelving, more racks. Like, come back in next week. There's your racking. I bought you some.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, bought it, made it. There it goes. Oh, Julia says neither. So neither tripping downstairs or cleaning. We moved to a bungalow. Oh, that's sensible. Tried left foot sewing. Not great. Oh gosh, no.
now somebody told me that if you sew with your left foot, it's better for your posture. I don't know where that came from, but
Give it a go,
apparently
Jane.
it helps you keep your back straighter.
Do you want to try that?
No, because I think I'd end up sewing my fingers.
Okay.
Because it's that hand-eye coordination, not one of my strongest
Oh,
parts.
Margaret, late on parade again. No excuse, sir. Just in time for the twiddle. We couldn't twiddle without you, Margaret. Karen loves a twiddle. I mean, who doesn't? Yeah. Who does not?
Wouldn't be a workshop Wednesday without a twiddle.
GCHQ, thank you, Bridget.
Yeah, we knew there was a G in there
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Oh, lots of you. Yeah, everyone. GCHQ.
It's just us that didn't know.
Yeah, it
It's
was-
just, and it's only because once you have something in your head,
yeah,
like
you can't-
NMHQ.
Yeah, you can't get it out. can you?
I was like, what is it? There's a G something. Does that mean that you have to go to work now, Natasha, like a proper job? Oh, Geraldine, don't ruin it. Don't spoil it.
We did.
Yeah. There's no popping out in between to put my washing
No
on
more
now.
sewing in your pyjamas.
Well, I mean, I will.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Nobody will see.
They won't. No, I don't think
No.
they'll care. I've already made friends with the night watchman there, so that's all
Brilliant.
good.
Yeah,
He now knows that we're mad as a box of frogs, and he's comfortable with that.
yeah. We've already asked him what his favourite cake is.
Oh no! This is a new one.
Oh right.
Yeah, no, we're going to have to make lots of
Jane's
cake.
going to be very busy baking.
Yeah, right.
It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, they seem like a really nice lot of people, though, don't they? That are
Oh,
in
they
charge
do.
of the premises and everything.
Yeah.
So those are our half square triangles, and they're going to be in the corners.
Beautiful.
So we're going to do the two rectangles together now. So we've got the fabrics, the darker fabric, and then your background fabric.
Nice.
And we're just
it's-
going to sew those together. So I'll do that. I'll chain piece those again because
Security Mick. That's what his name is. Well, I mean, his name's just Mick. I'm going to call him Security Mick,
Yeah.
so that we know. He seems very jolly. Because that was on my list. I came up with a big list, didn't I, Jane, of
Yeah.
everything I wanted. And
it's
on
amazing, really, and everything has been ticked on that
Yeah.
list that we've got now.
including 24-hour security.
And a
and
dog
they are
walking
there.
paddock
Sorry?
and a dog park.
And a dog park. Yeah, there's a dog park as well. And a cafe
yeah,
that will do the kids' beige dinners for me. Result?
brilliant. What do you need?
I don't.
And
I
as
no
Inga
longer have
found
to
out
cook beige
yesterday, do
dinners.
absolutely amazing bread pudding.
Oh, that was funny. So Inga had quite a queue for her bread pudding, and then Gemma waltzed in and the place was empty. I went, oh, bread pudding, you don't see that very often. She said, you know what, the lady that's just been in had it as well and said exactly the same. She's like, was she Northern? Yes, I know who that was.
She even gave her the option because it had just come out the oven. She said, do you want a side piece, a middle piece or a corner? And I said, did you go for the corner? And she said, no, I wanted a middle piece.
Oh
and I
no,
was
the
like,
corner bit!
You need the corner with all the crunchy bit round the edge.
Oh, what was she playing? We're going to have words
No,
with
she
that
said,
girl.
she said, I like all mine soft in the middle. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. SJ's already envisaging lunchtime. Claire says, morning all. I'm paying for peace and quiet hours last night. I'm going to say tired. But knitting is growing nicely. Yeah, you see, this is it.
Claire and watching Claire's cardigan grow.
Yeah. And I think the thing is that Claire does opposite ends of the day. So I get up early to get my quiet time. Yeah. And she just goes to bed late. And I think as mums, sometimes you
do what works for you, don't you, really?
Yeah.
So
I'm confused. Sean's
those.
just written Goon Hilly. I don't know what that was in answer to.
No.
I don't know.
So there we go. We've got these going in here. Just pressing them again. I'm pressing them to the darker fabric, just because then that won't show through on the background fabric. So there we are. That's the basis of your middle block. It's a variation on the Churn Dash. Usually Churn Dash has a plain centre, but you can put whatever you like in the middle of Churn Dash.
Why is it called a Churn Dash?
I don't know. It's one of those American ones, and I don't know if it looks like
those American ones.
The Americans, and probably in different states in America, it's called something different. You quite often find there's a block, and it's got several names because of the state where they make it in.
And did we decide if Churn Dash was 2 words or 1?
I think we decided it was 2. And I think it's something to do with churning the butter, and so it looks like sort of a circular shape. I think that's where it originates from.
I'm Margaret. Do you know? Margaret knows everything. Come on, Margaret. You must know. She'll know. And if she doesn't, I'm sure she'll look it up for us. She's going to miss the parade of dresses in the studio. Will you be taking the hippo? Yes. And don't worry. I mean, I have plans. Do you know what? I think dressing the set entertains me more than the viewers, to be honest. And Emily is still convinced that the octopus is French and speaks to her. That's still an ongoing conversation.
Well, maybe he is.
Just, yeah. Her imagination is...
I mean, tell them what she said to you this morning. She came with Natasha went with Natasha to the new HQ to supervise the proceedings. And what did she say to you? Everybody wants me. Everybody wants me to run around. Everybody's wanting me to run around. It's like, oh really? You know, it's like the one thing I don't want her to do in the warehouse is run around. I'm like, really? Yes, everybody wants me to run around, and I think it's just mean. It's like, all right then. We were like, fair enough. Where's that come from?
I have no idea. No idea. Oh, Colette says that we should call it Tash Towers.
Oh, yeah. Tash Towers, definitely.
That would be hilarious.
A bit like Faulty.
Faulty Towers, more like, yeah. A bit less gold than on Trump Towers, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, and you're right. The Clover mini irons are brilliant for applique. You are totally right. And Elizabeth said, who would realise an iron could be such a motivational change to a business? I love how things happen. It just was the tipping point for me. And the fact that we couldn't get anything more in the warehouse. Well, that and the fact we were full, yeah, that too. Oh, morning, Wemo, how are you? Yeah, Geraldine says, I like NMHQ. Well, then you and Gemma are in very good company because, yeah. Looking forward to seeing the new Oh, look, it's taking off. Yeah. The new NMHQ, but I will miss the occasional impromptu visit from a cat or two. I mean, to be fair, HP always tries to climb in the car, so she'll probably rock up at some point. She hasn't. And actually, SJ, you sent me a thing, because, you know, she had an unfortunate incident with a close-up camera while I was busily sewing away, and we didn't get her finest side, it would be fair to say, for quite some time, with the autofocus cameras that focused on a bit that no one needed to see. And I did have to apologise profusely for that situation. But you found little jewels that people are hanging from their cat's tails, didn't you, SJ? And you thought maybe... Just to cover the, you know, bit we don't need to see. And you thought potentially HP could have one.
Yeah, just in case she does want to appear.
Just in case she wants to appear, looking her finest, most sparkly self.
And you think, when did somebody think that up?
I don't know.
SJ shared it with us all on our group, and I was just like, one, I want to know what SJ's been looking at for that to come up on her feed.
SJ.
And 2, who even thought of it?
And what cat actually...
I can't imagine any cat wanting to wear one.
Could you imagine?
Well, they got got photographs of
Yeah,
some
they
cats in
have.
them.
Are you sure they weren't photoshopped?
I don't know, I didn't look close
Oh,
enough.
yeah, I know you can't look closely at it because that's just wrong. Claire's dad had an ancient Peugeot when we were in France. When it was cold, it stalled without a foot slightly on the gas.
Yeah.
He had to brake with the left foot. Oh, you see, so these things can be done. These things can be done.
I think you can train yourself to do anything, can't you, really? So we've got these now in 3 rows, and then we're going to sew the rows together. It's just a basic
sorry,
9
there we
patch
go,
at
you
the
might
end
wanna
of the
see that.
day.
Yeah.
So we've got our 3 rows. And I always say it, don't I? Put it back on your mat just to make sure you haven't got one the wrong way round. You'll just invent a different block.
I mean, to be fair, that
It could be
doesn't
quite
always
good fun, actually,
happen
you know, turn it
for
that way.
me. What generally happens is Jan rocks up and I
There
go,
you
oh, look
go.
at this. And then, oh no, I've done it all wrong.
Yeah.
Myra, I've not been canoodling with the night watchman. No, I haven't. I have not. Not guilty as charged. Bless him. No.
There, if he knows what he's let himself in for, with us lot rocking up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, do you know they said they're going to give us our own fob
Yeah.
so that we can get in through the gates because we come at unusual hours,
Yes.
is what the manager said. Because you come at unusual hours.
Yeah, we're not 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
No, we're not
We're
the
not.
9 to 5 kind of
No.
guys.
No. Someone asked me if I was a baker the other day. I'm like, you get up early, are you a baker? I'm like, no. No one wants to eat anything I've baked. We leave that to Jane. Wendy said I started sewing my left foot after I hurt my right foot driving to even out their use. Definitely better for posture. Well, the trouble is we sew standing up here and
Yeah.
I can't now sew sitting down.
Yeah, you do tend to find it slightly more difficult
Yeah,
because you get used to standing.
yeah.
And it's quite nice standing because you're looking down on your machine. So you get a more, you know, you're not looking like directly at it.
Oh, Dawn, she says, morning, missed a few shows. Sadly, new job hours interfere with viewing. Love to quilt, they're very pretty. Dawn, you know, we've discussed this work
thing.
business.
Yeah.
It's no good. It's just no good. Oh, and Wendy drives an automatic, so she only uses her right foot. And Elizabeth, we can neither confirm nor deny that the octopus is French,
So
but Emily is convinced.
she's convinced, isn't she? She's
Properly
absolutely-
convinced. Properly convinced. And even now, she still says that he talks to her, which I
you
find
know.
slightly disturbing.
Yeah.
And the fact that she then will come out with something in fluent French
French.
to tell me that he's said. I mean, what am I going to do with that? She's 2. What am I going to do with that? That's what
Learn to
blows
speak.
my mind
Learn
more.
to speak French so she can't talk about you behind your back in French.
Do you know what? I actually blame SJ for this because SJ's like, how are you going to wend this round to being my fault? Because Emily only has one T-shirt with French on, which came from your friend's company that you told me about. And I was like, I'll support that little company, and bought her a French T-shirt, which has escargot and a
Whizzy snail.
A whizzy snail on a
Yeah.
skateboard. Oh,
Brilliant.
Jane, that looks lovely. So I'm blaming you because clearly that set off her love of French.
So we're going to put the squares onto the end of one of the rectangles on either side, and what we'll do is we'll join those 2 rectangles onto there.
Lo says, do we get to visit the escape room? Sorry, warehouse. Do you think we ever escape from there? I don't know that we do. Anna, hi ladies, do you stock the large cutting mat on the table? I need a new one. We certainly do.
Yeah,
We do it in that size. We also do it
Got a lovely
in a
square one
lovely
as well.
square size as
I
well.
haven't got one in here, have we?
It's behind the bureau in the hall. SJ, could you possibly, which is a lovely size actually, and I often take that size to Myra says no, sounds like Trump. I think she means Trump Towers,
Yes.
Tash Towers,
Tash towers.
just not as gold. Yes, Lorraine, we will be holding workshops at the new premises. Yes. Oh, here we go. Laurie knows. Ah, well done, Laurie. She says the Churn Dash is a very old 9-patch quilt block pattern originating between 1800 and 1849. Its name is a result of the resemblance of the triangle and rectangle perimeter of the block to a butter churn and the centre square to the stick or dash of the butter churn. Thank you, Laurie. Gold
Thanks,
star
Laurie.
to
I
you.
knew Laurie would know. Of course she would, being from America. Here we are. Here's the square one.
Yeah, look, I love this one. And it's got all sorts
It's
of...
got all sorts of templates on it
yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
and
all of that.
all the angles that you need.
All the angles.
All the angles. And a nice carrying handle.
Yeah, that's what I love about these. So you can hang them.
Yeah.
Because like it or
And
not,
take them
any
to
other
your
one...
workshop.
Well, yeah. Any other one is going to warp. Jane, Margaret says that Jane is the expert on patchworking. Ask me about cows, cats, tractors or computers. Which again is quite diverse.
Very diverse.
I love the fact that we go from cows to IT with you. That's fun.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Lo thinks that the cat jewel, should we call it,
Yes.
is probably by the same people who invented the vajazzle. You don't hear about those so much, do you, anymore?
No.
Thank goodness.
SJ, is that going to get its Facebook's going to tell us off for that as well?
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it's quite dated now, isn't it? Was it a made in
Essex.
made
thing,
in
wasn't
Essex
it?
thing?
Kate brought it to our attention.
Who knew? I mean, it's basically like grown-up glitter, isn't it? Just nod and say yes, SJ, and we can move off the topic. Yeah, okay, good. Just checking. If you put NHQ on the envelopes, delivery might stop opening corners to see what's in the parcel, kind of official looking. Oh, and we need a crest stamp. All right, Myra, you're stepping us up a game here. Would you like a wax seal on the back?
Oh yes, let's do that.
That would be an interesting
Angel might
look,
not
wouldn't
like
it?
us if we make her do
A
a
bit
wax.
wax seal.
That might slow the process down.
Oh,
Might just finish her off completely.
She might love it. She might love it.
She might.
You never know. Ah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the screen keeps freezing. I don't know if that's us or you. Margaret says that her husband has a heavy left thumb, especially on French motorways. The big Volvo has cruise control, in case you're wondering. I was going to say, isn't it like a heavy right foot? I thought that
Yeah.
was what it was, but you know, we'll go with thumb.
So now we've joined the side pieces onto the block,
Beautiful.
and we've joined the squares onto the rectangles either end, and we're going to join those onto the top and bottom of the block.
Oh, this block looks beautifully glittery from it. Wait, has it got glittery fabrics in
Yes,
it?
it's got the sparkly fabrics in.
Now, Jane, we are by the end of this going to end up with 2 of these beautiful quilts, aren't we?
Mm.
We should probably auction one off for charity or something, shouldn't we?
Yeah, that would be a good plan, wouldn't it?
Where should we send it?
Oh,
What should we do?
don't
I think
know.
that we should probably auction it because, you know, rather than it going to someone that thinks you can pay £2.50 and a packet of nuts for a quilt, and you know.
Yes.
Because I know
Well,
that
I
a lot
don't
of
know.
smaller charities. I'd like it to go to a small charity.
Yeah.
We'll have a think.
We'll find something out. Maybe do something towards helping refugees. I don't know. That seems to be the topic at the moment, doesn't it?
Do you know what?
Those
Maybe
poor
they would
people
want
come-
the quilt.
Yeah,
Actually, in all fairness, that might actually maybe we might look at that. We'll have to do some research. SJ, on it. Good girl. Geraldine says, "Yay, workshops!" Yes, yes, yes. So that's the next thing. What sort of workshops do you want? I want Helen McCook to do a workshop.
Oh yeah, that would be lovely. I'll be on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd
okay.
all be on that one.
Yeah. Do I take it that Gemma's got some form of internet signal at the office now?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
probably.
Or she might be using it for you.
I don't know. She's just gone, what's a vajazzle? Josh?
Poor Josh.
Poor Josh. Poor Josh. He is the only boy in our company and you torture him. And we can't do anything about it because Gemma's HR as well.
Yeah, I've probably got the most inappropriate person doing HR.
I know! I know!
Bless her. Love her to pieces.
She makes us all look very good. Oh, bye, Geraldine. That's my question also. Would need to hire a coach from Aberdeen and pick up on the way. Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, your poach parties coming.
Do you know what? We do have quite a lot of Scottish viewers, actually, don't we? We're always posting to Scotland.
Yes.
For sure.
There we go.
Oh,
Ta-da!
Jane, that's beautiful.
So there's your Churn Dash.
Gorgeous. Good job.
Variation.
Thank you very much.
So that's block 4 done.
No, it's just written gin. No, not a gin workshop. Although you will love Lisa Chandler's next fabric collection because
Oh,
it's
yes,
all
it's
based on gin.
Based on
It
the
is all
gin
based on
botanicals,
gin.
isn't it?
And Lo, if you don't get every single one of those fabrics, there's something wrong with you. Jane, that's a fabulous idea. I don't know which one that is, Myra, but you've had a fabulous idea. What idea did you just have?
I don't know.
Pass. Don't know.
I don't
Jenny
know.
Raymond.
This is Wendy in and
Yes,
out.
Wendy.
I don't even know.
I think we'll talk to Jenny as well. Yes. No, don't. For goodness sakes, don't Google for Jazzle. For goodness sakes. Leanne, where do you live? Because apparently there's a coach now. I mean,
I don't think we'd
possible.
fit 60 people into the warehouse. So.
Oh, Jenny says, I have a friend in Warwick that does quilts for Syrian children, and they are just starting to arrange to include the Afghan children as well. Oh, okay. Well, Jane, that's just down the road from us. So.
Was that the idea about doing it for the refugees?
Oh, yes. There you go. You did have an idea,
Yeah.
and it was that.
Was it?
Yeah.
One a
I
day.
love the fact there are 3 of us in this room, and we're all like, no,
One
no.
idea. No.
Jane had an
remember.
idea. What? No. What? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Well, Jenny, if you could send us that information, then that would be great.
Yeah, lovely idea.
Do we have a couch there? I can't sit on a chair. Elizabeth, I'm going to get a chaise longue, not just a
Yeah,
couch.
for you to lounge on.
I've always wanted a chaise longue, and I've just realised that Natasha makes can be as ridiculously outrageous as I would like it to be.
Absolutely.
So as much as Gemma says that my style in here has been fabulous gay man who bought everything, all the goods, just you wait. Just you wait
Yeah.
when I have more space for the things that are outrageous that I shall...
Outrageous and gorgeous.
I know, right?
What more can
Decadent.
you want in life?
Yeah. So there we go, Elizabeth. We'll just stick you on a chaise. That gives me an excellent reason to buy one.
Yeah, no reason not to.
No. Or a big dog bed would do it. Well, I mean, I'm sure that Margot would share.
Yes.
You'd be fine.
Yes, she's cuddly, Margot is.
Margot loves a good cuddle. Yeah. Fabric based on gin. Did I hear right? Yes, Alison, you did, right? So what happened was Lisa, I think she took her husband away for, I'm going to say his birthday, to and I'm going to call it a ginnery because I don't know what else it's called. Distillery. But I mean,
It works.
it works, right?
Yeah.
It's like Brangelina.
Yeah.
To a ginnery. So she went off to a ginnery and was looking at all of the different ingredients and just went, that would make an amazing fabric. Well, because she does all the botanical stuff, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
So, yeah, it will be gin-based fabric, Alison. I mean, enjoy. So, Leanne, if you're Leeds, then the Scottish contingent can just swing by and pick you up on the way.
Yeah.
That's that. There we go.
Just come down the A1 and pick you up. Yeah.
There we go. So there we go. Wemo got her Tilda fabrics yesterday. And, yeah. Good. I'm
Lovely.
glad that they have arrived okay. Alrighty, everybody. Oh, Julia can supply fluffy dogs. Oh, your fluffy puppies are just gorgeous. Right, yeah, we are going to go and, move stuff around a bit more.
Do some more moving.
Make something sound posh by giving it a French name. Long chair. I know, right? It works for me.
There's something came up on my Facebook page, and it was they were like sitting at a table, and they were saying one person was being France and one person was being English, and the other person was Spanish, and the Spanish person was being Spain, said, and what would you call this? And the French person was like, well, what would you call a road that you can't go down? And he was like, the cul-de-sac. And she said to the English person, well, what would you call it? Well, England, what would you call it? And he was like, cul-de-sac. And it was just like, basically, you've just nicked all our words.
Yeah.
It's like chaise longue and all these other things that we use as French words that we use every day.
Yeah. And there is a massive crossover.
It comes from when we were invaded by the Normans, doesn't it? We used a lot of their language and Germanic language and everything.
It's really interesting.
Latin
I started learning French to keep up with the kids.
Yeah.
And the introduction that this guy gives tells you the percentage of the language that is already French. He's like, if you speak English, you already speak this amount of French.
Yeah,
That's like,
use it
that's
every
insane.
day without realising.
Yes. Jane says that you're all bonkers, and I love it. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we know.
As long as we haven't offended anyone, that's all good. Karen says a chaise covered in K fabrics would be amazing. It would, but I also have... well, firstly, some beautiful William Morris, and secondly, some incredible Liberty upholstery fabric, which is in all of the Natasha Makes colours.
It'll have to be patchwork.
No, it's paisley,
Yeah.
and it was when I first sat down with Josh to discuss him working for me and doing the website for Natasha Makes. I gave him a swatch of it. And I went, and they are my colours, and that is what our logo will be about.
Yeah.
And he went, okay. So I think it's only fair that the chaise gets covered in the paisley Liberty fabric.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Diane, she said dead end. She's not talking about the show. She's talking about cul-de-sac. Well, I hope, anyway. But we are almost there. Is there parking for your moho? Certainly is, Lo. Again, that was on our list of requirements. There we go. So there we are. Alrighty, everybody. We're going to go because otherwise we could chat for ages.
Yeah,
but
we're
we've got
just
stuff we've
chatting
got
too.
to, lift around the place.
Got work to do.
So take care. Have a lovely time. We will see you on Monday when we are going to take another look at the House of Zander patterns. We're going to have some new House of Zander patterns, and also because I told you that I was getting in all the little buttons and the flim flam flippery to go with the not nostalgic range, the heritage range.
Yes.
Yeah, they're in.
Oh, lovely. Oh,
Yeah.
they're really cute.
Yeah. No, Lo, I'm not going to say it.
We've got to look out for the Friday email, have we? SJ?
Oh yeah, what's in the
That's
Friday
really
email?
nice.
Oh no, I can't tell you because it's a surprise.
Yeah. So watch out for that.
Yeah, SJ's Friday email will have lots of goodies in it for you. And don't forget, the Half Meter Heavens go live tonight. I think that's all of our notices, isn't it, for now? And again, once again, thank you very much for bearing with us whilst we get up and running and then your orders out ASAP. I know that Inga is on it and just very aware. So yeah, please bear with us. Thank you for bearing with us and all of that. And we'll see you Monday. Take care.
Bye.
Ta-ra and all of that. Bye-bye.